What's up? What's up, everybody? Uh, I am live again today. Um, Trying to get this link and share it in the chat. You feel me? So give me 1 second. Uh, just not sure. JD, what's going on, man? Let me know if you can hear me. If you should be able to hear me. If y'all can't hear me, let me know. Or if you can hear me, throw a chat in the box. Yeah, like I said, if y'all can hear me, throw a chat in the box. It's 9:44. Take this off real quick. Stop screen. Team. Percent share screen. Time is 9:45. See what this 2-minute hitting for. I would love to see the market come back to here. I don't think it is though. Stop loss. I want my stop loss to go 19,000. 32. Right? 19,032. Let's just say 930. So that's 141. Let's see how the market reacts to this level right here. If y'all can see me and hear me, yo, drop a chat in the box. I just want to make sure that everybody can see me and hear what I'm saying. I don't like this. I don't like how we just ran out this high. Let me see. Right now, this is a little more risk than I want to take on. I ideally want my risk to be around 110 or under. So it's not by much, but it's a little bit more than I want to see. Now, a lot of times trading, I mean, 90% of the time trading is going to be like, how would I take the best setup for me? How do I take the best setup for my risk? And I could have taken this. I mean, I still might hop in this, depending on how this candle closes. But ideally, I really want to have a great risk to reward setup. Every account that I'm trading on is about a $50,000. I have a few 250K accounts, but all my accounts at Apex are about $50,000. And so when I'm trading, I want to make sure that my risk is somewhere around $100 to $110. That way, it's like if I take about 20 to 25 bad trades in a row, which I usually I've never really had that happen, like where I take 25 bad trades in a row. But if that's the case, then I'll have a lot. I could basically give myself a lot of room for error, right? I can suffer a losing streak, and I can still turn around the account. So with that being said, usually about 100 to 120 ish is about the range that I would like to stay in. As far as risk goes, so if my stop loss is going to be right here, ideally it's a little bit much for me. Um, So I would love for this to kind of come back into this zone or drop a little bit more. We might not get that, and if we don't get that, then it's okay. I'll just pass on it. Um, but I think, and on top of that, we're getting a lot of kind of mixed signals in the market still. This is what I talked about over the weekend. Is that ideally, and I told my mentorship group this yesterday, that ideally I want to see the market after watching yesterday. I think we're going to come back here. I don't really have uh, a good guess or a good grasp on the market right now. So I think trading to this range is kind of like the safe zone or the safest area that I think we're going to get to. We had pretty much a huge imbalance here, and so we know the market's going to run back to that area. Um, so ideally, I would like to see the market run back to here, but it's got to give us, the signs that we're looking for in the smaller time frames. Now we're in range of where we'd want to see this market go, but I also need to make sure that it's obeying what we want to see on the smaller time frames. So to have a break in market structure, going to the 2-minute just to see where we're at. We're respecting that 5-minute, kind of like CE, if you will. So really want to see how the market reacts to this. And also we're staying above this overarching gap CE. So there's some stuff here that kind of looks good, looks promising. Trade it back down into this 3-minute gap. I'm gonna, it's about $20 more than I want to see. The only reason I'm so crazy about risk is because I just want to give myself enough chances to win the game, right? Also, for all my students, you guys should know what this is, and you should why the market kind of attacked these highs, right? And then also too, one of these things that I always try to do as a trader is if I can call both sides of the trade, for instance, like if I can see a world where we're gonna go short on these two, like then I try not to stay away. So like I can also see a world where we have broken market structure here. This is our breaking structure, and we could go lower. So if I can call both sides of the trade, then I usually don't want to trade that. And so um, there's a lot of like back and forth that you kind of get with trading. And so usually the best trades setups to me are the ones where, you look at the charts and you see, um, you pretty much see how this working one way, and it's not like you're not really guessing. Now, I do like a few things. I like how on those lower time frames, that hour and below, we're staying above consequent encroachment. We're wicking off of this high, which is again not great. We're really respecting this 5 and 15-minute imbalance. And I think, one thing I've always noticed too about myself is that whenever I feel anxious to take a trade, it's usually the wrong trade. So there's that. I think I will buy this, and I'm going to tighten up my risk a little bit. Just want to see this close above this right there. Ideally, I want to see the market really close above this high, and I might get in and on along and just kind of shorten my position or shorten my risk up a little bit. But I can see how this will go. Could go both ways. And then looking on this higher time frame, that 4-hour time frame, we're still really respecting that overall 4-hour level right there. And I'm not a huge fan of that either. Yeah, I'm gonna buy this, and my risk is just gonna be a little bit shorter than I would have wanted to. There's a few things I don't like on this trade. The first thing is that for me to go long, we keep respecting this the top end of this gap, and I don't like that. We also are kind of respecting this overall imbalance still. Like if we were to go short, so there's a couple things I just don't like here. It's not as clear. Usually when things aren't clear, it's like, hey, this is kind of your sign to not do them. Um, so I'm just switching things up. I'm looking at the Euro futures really quickly to see if there's anything there. Yeah, this is no bueno. Look at Dow Jones. Look at the S&P. Hop back to NASDAQ. $19,980. So just because we kind of formed this low right here, my stop would ideally be somewhere right here. We're just having a hard time really like breaking through this high of the day. So for my students, this is that 830 high. And notice how the market is really having a hard time breaking through that. Like breaking and staying above. The little 15-minute imbalance right there. And so when you're in kind of like this state of like market equilibrium, going higher or lower is kind of anybody's best guess. And if you have to guess, if guess even enters your vocabulary at all while you're trading, it's probably the wrong move. But while we doing this, man, like if y'all have any questions, um, just let me know, put them in the chat. We can get them answered. These are probably the best time to ask me questions just because like I'm pretty much just watching price at this point. Like there's nothing here for me to do per se. So if there's something to enter into, then we'll do that. But I could definitely see this going short. I'm not trading against my overall idea for the day, but I could definitely see where this goes short. Joseph said sometimes your screen is not clear. It's like it has snow. Um, if y'all can see it now, uh, hopefully y'all can see it now. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm also not paying for like the top StreamYard, like the premium stuff, so the quality might not be the best. Um, it's just like the free option. We're really still dancing around in this gap here. We really dug and respected that block and then came back in and respected this gap. So if I'm drawing this out, I know there's a lot of overlapping stuff here, but we respected this order block here. Yeah, I'm gonna buy this. I think. Yeah, I'm in. So I have this account hooked up to a bunch of all these Apex accounts should be hooked up now. So I should be, yeah, I'm in on all of these. So really, like every single one of these accounts should be hooked up now. Um, so the goal here with this is to make somewhere between, like $200 and $300 on an account. 5, 15, 16 accounts plus the challenge ones I'm taking, right? So I have a couple challenge ones still I need to finish up that I'm trading. Oh no. What happened here? That's not right. Whatever. The ones that are live are good right now. But I'm gonna move my stop up here. Like the minute that we take out this high, I probably will move my stop up a little bit more. But ideally, like if I get to $100, that should be a $2,000 day, $1,500 day across all these accounts. So what time is it? 15. So we got about 7 minutes till this candle closes. So looks can be deceiving. So I usually try to focus on closed candles, especially in these higher time frames. Like I want to make sure these candles are closed before I like really commit to stacking in positions and scaling up, scaling in. Um, Ideally, my target would be the daily high for this or this old imbalance here. So that's like 100 points out. I'm actually gonna run and get my charger really quickly because I don't want my thing to die. So I'll be back in like 2 seconds. All right, I'm back. I also got a barking dog in the background, so I apologize. Give me 1 second. It's real life problems, man. You trading. I'm a real life person, just like everybody else. All right, give me 1 second. Uh, JD, you said you don't seem to care about macros. Um, are you talking about like the different times in price, like the 10-cent price and like the 950, like that stuff, or is that what you're talking about? Uh, yeah, I do care about those, but I also care more about price and what it's telling me. So like I know there's a 10 o'clock 10-10 macro. There's like a bunch of set times. So like I do care about those, but I also um just care just as much about what price is showing me. So we got about 2 minutes until this candle closes. Um, Ideally, I want this. I mean, there's a couple things that happened here. We ran this high, we came back into the zone here, right? We traded into this very, very small, 15-minute imbalance right there. So, oops, let me zoom out. And if this just kind of finds itself to be consolidation, then again, my stops are there, but whatever, it'll just be a scratch. But if we start looking at these higher time frames, this 15-minute, this looks really good. The 5-minute looks really good, especially now that we're closing above this gap. Um, Let me straighten this out just a little bit. Here we go. So we'll see. I think the biggest thing again is that like as a trader, you just don't want to put your entire stock in any one trade. Don't ever put yourself in the position where one trade is your like you are going to make or break your account or your career off of one trade. It's just not a good look. So again, I'm aiming for a couple of things. I'm aiming for best case scenario. I'm aiming for this overall imbalance here. But market is really showing a hesitancy to get through there. I think it's just gonna take. This is the part of the game that sucks. Is like being patient. And if we find that the market is just consolidating and there's not a lot going on, then we just kill it, kill the trade, and then come back at a different time. So there are going to be days where price consolidates, and for me, it's like it's hard to you know um, sometimes it's hard to like watch. Like you're so focused on the trade hitting, going higher, and you're seeing the buy setups that sometimes you fail to see the consolidation. So that's one thing that kind of like I've learned is that when I start seeing price consolidate, if we do not start really running for our highs and taking our targets, sometimes it's just a sign that we got to come out of this thing and go and get out of it. It looks like we're going higher, but again, this also kind of looks like a little bit of consolidation. So you're gonna have these days. It's okay. If I start looking at Forex Factory, um, if I start looking at Forex Factory, there's nothing really going on. We have some bread defaulter news tomorrow. We have some bread defaulter news on Thursday and Friday. Core price, PCE index. That's another red folder. So there's not like a crazy amount of like uh red folders that are like, you know, like the big things like the FOMCs or the whatnots this week. So I don't think there's gonna be any like, usually like during those times there's like a big, big more market momentum. But these, I mean, a lot of people don't like trading when there's time when there's news. I find that for me that these are the safer times to trade. So sorry, I'm dealing with brand new puppy problems. Yeah, but market's having a really hard time breaking through that high, which could be a sign. Yeah, I think we feel pretty good on this one. Yeah, we'll see. Again, this is also the time where I say this is not. I am not a financial advisor. This is not trading advice. I just want to document what I can do on paper. That's all. So I hope there's nobody in here trying to copy my trades because that's not what the point of this is. Um, Again, I just want to document in real time. There's a lot of fake stuff in this industry, and there's a lot of people that promise that they can do things and they can't really do them. And so I just want to be that person that can really document and show that, like, hey, like I can really basically really trade. Now, because I got all these accounts hooked up, um, like all of these accounts, um, I'm not risking as much per account as I usually would have. So usually, like by now, I would have tried to scale into 2 or 3 micro contracts, and really tried to run this up to be like $200-300 a trade. That's cool. I'm not. I'm eventually looking to scale. I just need to have a continuation pattern kind of pop up or a continuation. The something that the market's gonna let me do to that to let me know that it's okay to add another contract here. Now, yeah, $50. And so when you see $50, it's not $50, it's actually 50 times like 16. I think that's about $700. So really the goal here is to hit somewhere between $100 and $200 in the trade. So um, once I do that, I mean, definitely once I see like 200 on here, I'm usually going to be out. But I mean, we should probably be somewhere near $1,000. I think $700 up over that. But what's 60 times 15, 16? So I'm really just looking for an opportunity to stack a second trade on here. Hey, my fault. So I don't know what happened with my computer, but yeah, that's where we're at right now. So, I'm gonna minimize my screen. I'm gonna log back into my account so we can see what's going on. Remove. Hey, let me run it around here. I ain't even from down here. Let's see. Back to the micros. Let's see what we're seeing here. I'm gonna move this up way. So we're seeing here 3 minutes. No. Broken structure there yet. 4 minutes. Kind of. 5 minutes. This can kind of go either way. I don't like the consolidating around this level. This kind of makes me think that they might drop it one more time. We'll see. 76. I'm gonna move the stop up a little bit. Three-minute time frame. Price is respecting that order block. So we'll see what happens there. The longer this consolidates, the less likely that I think it's going to take off, and the less confident I get in the trade. So usually when you see like consolidation happen like this for a long time, it could be just the market's way of telling you this is not going to go where you think it's about to go. And if that's the case, then you need to get out and preserve your capital, right? Because at the end of the day, obviously, capital preservation is the biggest, most important thing in trading. There are still some good signs, though. We still are respecting this 5 minute imbalance that we've created, even though we're consolidating. We're still respecting that. Um, we're also respecting that 15 minute, right? So there's still some good signs here. Um, so yeah, with me now having two. So what I did is when the call went out, I pulled up my phone. I added another contract in there. Um, that's why you see two now. When I'm trading on all these accounts, my goal really isn't to have more than like two. I'd say like two, uh, you know, accounts or two contracts, micro contracts on. Maybe three at the most, but like it's not really what I want to. I don't want to like have be floating a lot of risk on these accounts. per account. Kind of keeps me level headed, right? It keeps me a little bit more kind of like less focused on price per se. Because I know this is only $100 risk out of $2,500 that I get on this account. So still respecting that 5 minute imbalance. So, but like I said, the more this consolidates, the less faith I have in this trade. And so knowing when to quit and be able to pull your losers before they really get too crazy is like kind of like the missing skill set that a lot of people don't have. Like a lot of people can see when the trades are going to win, they can see when they're going to lose, but they hold on to them like way too long. So let's see what happens here. Back down, trading consequent encroachment. Sorry. All right. So I'm gonna try this volume thing again and see if this works. But I kind of just see a ranging market. Don't really see too much I'm excited about. When you see these markets ranging, it's kind of one of those things where you kind of just want to make sure that you're not like, you just don't get too caught up in the action. Yeah, I think we're coming down. So let's see what happens here. Again, still respecting our order block. We probably will get stopped out here. There's a lot of bull going on right now, and the markets are again consolidating. So when you see that, you probably want to really just kind of take a step back and see what's going on. So I'll probably get stopped out here, I would imagine. That just shy of here. Oh, looking for revenge. Looking for revenge. So see what happens. The thing about consolidation, for all of the students here, Power 3, whenever you see consolidation, you need to start thinking manipulation and distribution, right? So I think I probably will get stopped here, which is cool. Might see the market run back up into this gap before that happens, but you got to take the losses. Let the losses happen. Don't try and like double down on them, and don't try and like go crazy when you have them. It's okay. They happen. I think if I had to do this all over again, I probably would have only put one contract in and give myself a little bit more breathing room. So this will take this out, I think. Let me just drag this a little bit right there, so it's underneath that low, and I'm cool with it hitting it if it takes it. So this low is kind of the low that I thought the market might come back to because we left it really open. So if it takes that, that's pretty much my trade idea for the day, and I'm okay with it. It's hitting that. So and call it a day. If it does, the one thing you don't want to do is double down and do something stupid by like having like a I don't know, a loss that's like $1,000 on the account because you know whatever because you wanted to save your account and you just keep losing a little bit by bit by bit. The losses kind of like help reset your head. That's what I'm saying. Getting things done around here. How you let me run around here? I ain't even from around here. So that 15-minute gap is still kind of holding. Boom. Take me out. So that's one trade that's down in the books. It's a loss in the day. I'm cool with that. We'll probably end up going short through this, which is cool. It gives you a little bit better direction on where you think the market's going to go. So that's all I got for today, guys. I probably will take the rest of the day off and then come back tomorrow. So again, when you take a loss in the market, these things are going to happen. The worst thing you want to do is double down and make the loss like way bigger than it needs to be. So call it a break. Reduce your urge to revenge trade. Call it a day and come back the next day. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the call, and then I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Peace.